Hello. Well, thank you to the whole panel. This has been incredibly insightful and interesting. My name is Stephanie Barbour. I work with the Commission for International Justice and Accountability. I have led our work investigating sexual violence in Syria and Iraq for the last number of years. And we have had the honour to be involved in the development of the code through the expert consultations, first for the draft version and later on for the working version. And I thought I would just share with you some of our experience in integrating it in our work since it became available. In 2021, we decided to create a reflection exercise based on the Murad Code to see how our work was aligning with the principles. And we carried that in a reflection exercise out over a period of 1 year. It consisted of a number of elements. We first designed a reflection framework based around something I call the 3 Ps, policies, procedures, and practices. And we then commenced a desk-based review, looking very closely at those policies and procedures. And then we carried the reflection exercise into our fieldwork and conducted reflections with our national investigators who are Syrian and Iraqi. And those discussions were incredibly profound, actually, because although it's not the first time we have taken time to reflect on our work and our challenges in implementation in practice, the Murad Code provided an incredible lens to do so from the standpoint of safe and ethical work that has survivors at its centre. Of course, we then reflected on what we had found. We prepared an internal report. I'm pleased to say that, as you would hope and expect from an organization that works to standards of international criminal justice, that we found were broadly in line with the code. But of course, we took the opportunity to be self-critical and to make recommendations, particularly in the procedures area, for things that we could embed from practice that had grown over time into actual procedure and policy. It was a very worthwhile exercise for us, and I don't want to suggest that the code is something that organizations should pick up just once, reflect on, and put aside, because I think it's something that should be embedded in our work every single day, and that is the aspiration that every individual and organization working on this issue should have. But I wanted to conclude by saying, by picking up on what Brahmi said about the need to take the time and make the space for that. Because I'm sure some people listening to me are saying, well, that's great, but that sounds like an awful lot of effort, and how did they have funding to do that? And the truth of the matter is that it didn't cost very much at all, apart from the time that we put into it. And we spoke to our donors and we told them that we were going to take the time to do it. And then we